Hi again, everyone. It is me, Marie Blue Angel, back again with Touchstarved, the demo. I am going to follow Ace now, who is my third pick among the five love interests in this game. I've already done the demo routes for Kuras and Leander. So if you're interested in those particular men, then go check out my other videos if you'd like. But yeah, today is all about Ace and learning more about this mysterious person slash monster. Monster? Yeah, technically. Anyways, let's just get into it. Whoever I pursue may be the last person I get to speak to tonight. I follow Ace. Where are we going? Oh, I think Ace took a rowdy person outside. So we're going to the alleyway of the Wet Wick. Morbid curiosity draws me after Ace. I slink out the back of the Wet Wick. Ooh. The alley's dead silent. Not really what I expected from a fight. Oh. A dull crunch reaches my ears, then a thud. I peer around the corner of the building, careful to keep hidden. Dark, glistening red spatters the ground, spidering through the seams of cobblestone. It guides my eye to a collapsed body across from me. Once so violent, the roughneck is now little more than a sack of crumpled flesh, blotted with mud. Oh my. Ace exhales, his breath misting against the cold air. Blood flecks his knuckles as he looms over the motionless body, his feet on either side of it. Fear spreads like ice in my bones. Moments ago, he was joking and friendly with the others, but now. Ace's crimson eyes find me in the dark. What are we supposed to say? Not running, Sparrow. I guess not. I warily rise to my feet, moonlight illuminating my face. I thought I was out of sight. Got eyes in the back of my head. Ace steps off the roughneck. My eyes stay locked on the body. It's wet, with layers of blood and grime. Completely still. He's alive. Are you sure? Hey, music. I like this. Okay. Calling me a killer or a liar. I mean, I don't, a liar? I mean, could be alive. Just, I don't know. I think a liar. No, a killer. I feel like he's always been honest. Like, but either way, it implies that I'm lying. He's whatever. I'm gonna say liar. Don't know which one of the two is least consequential. Liar, which I guess is both. In that case, he's dead. I squint and he smirks back. Don't believe me? To be honest, it's hard to believe anything coming out of your mouth. I'm a liar, after all. Well, if I said killer, then it's like, technically, that also implies you're lying. His bloody knuckles catch his attention. He tries to rub them clean, but ends up smearing the blood around some more. I keep making bad impressions on you. Yes, you do. But, yes, also, same. I didn't know you cared about my opinion. Just prefer you didn't piss yourself when we talk. I mean, I'd be scared, truthfully. Like, most, if not all people would, I would think. Annoyance bubbles in my chest. Well, I'm not pissing myself, even with your bad impressions. Like the first time we met, Ace chips away at my fear, replacing it with irritation instead. Ace kneels beside the roughneck and frisks him. I can't help but wonder if the crime was worth the punishment, but I hold my tongue. Deftly, Ace's hands search through the roughneck's pockets. It doesn't take him long to find his prize. A cigarette and matchbox. He strikes a match. Sparks light up his angular features with a golden glow. It's distracting for a moment, but my gaze inevitably drops back to the muddy body. You are just gonna leave him there? Ace draws deep from the cigarette. He exhales heavily, smoke curling past his lips. I breathe in the sweet, spice scent of cloves. As his tension melts away, he looks at me with cool-lidded eyes. Should I give him a blanket? Unbothered by the maybe corpse, he takes a seat on a crate opposite the bar. I stand awkwardly, forgetting why I came out here in the first place. An unpleasant silence stretches between us. Weather's nice. Now we're talking about the weather? Cold, murky, and humid, he means. I want to believe he's teasing me, but for all I know, this is pleasant for Iridia. Was Princess good company? Who? He takes another long drag. His metal rings catch the light of the cigarette in a flash of red. The soulless who escorted you back. You named it Princess? Oh, the doggy, soulless! Jealous? Actually, I am. I love dogs. Yeah. I return his smile. You have no idea. I think your nickname's more fitting. Oh, I have a nickname? Oh, yes, Sparrow. Sorry. Sparrow. Not sure where Ace got it from. Maybe I should tell him to call me by my name. But it's kind of nice. Not that I'd ever tell him that. Before I can dissect my feelings, I quickly change the subject back to the soulless. She was cute! She was cute. She was kind of cute, in a weird way. I glance absentmindedly at my hand, remembering how she nuzzled into my palm at my touch. Ace's eyes softened for a brief moment. Her tail wouldn't stop going when she got back. The group of them don't get much attention. Oh, poor babies. I want to play with the soulless babies. Think she's cute now. Wait till you see her tricks. That looks like a very mischievous face, sir. What kind of tricks? You taught her tricks. Princess is a smart one. She'll learn anything if you have the right rewards. Sounds about right. The idea of tame soulless is still so outlandish to me. I was mauled by a mindless, bloodthirsty beast, and he's talking about them like they're pets. But it's possible. All because of the sea spring. I need to get the answers he wouldn't give me before. Interrogate him. It is time. Conversationally interrogate him, I guess. I carefully take a seat beside him on the crate, contemplating my strategy. I was going to say my new strategy. He doesn't seem to mind. He closes his eyes, tilts back his head against the wall, relaxed. Without the pressure of his intense gaze, I feel myself ease up too, as long as I keep my attention away from the bloody heap across from us. I glance over at Ace and allow my eyes to linger. Okay, close up. I also love the hair. Like this, like, white tufts on the back. And with the black hair. A sea glass colored tattoo spirals up his arm. I want to see. Yes, I do see that tattoo. I've seen it before. Painting over groups of muscle. Silver jewelry glints in the moonlight. It draws my eyes to his bare chest. Rough hands. Carved jaw. His ears, his horns, his pupils. Everything about him is sharp. Even the fangs that only show when he grins. But as dangerous as he appears, I can't help wanting to know more. I wonder how recently he crossed over to this world. And why... Ace knows what I'm doing. What's your verdict? Verdict is, I love your outfit. Let's appreciate this character design. I love the silver jewelry. You're fashionable. You're hot. Question, girl, you were caught. What verdict? What verdict? Got along, good look. Are you impressed, or do I need work? My face grows hot. I guess I've seen worse. He responds with a low chuckle, draped in smoke. Keep staring, then. What a line. My embarrassment spikes. Without thinking, I blurt out a change in topic, as one would do sometimes in this type of situation. I have questions about the sea spring. Boredom eclipses his amusement in an instant, and he closes his eyes again. Of course you do. I thought I made myself clear what you'd be giving up. Before you kicked me out to go drinking, I still need to know more. My turn for a question. What is it? Wondering why I would want to turn to the sea spring? It sounds more like an order than anything else. I bristle under his narrowed gaze. Fine. He takes a long pull from his cigarette and lets the smoke trail slowly from his lips. Your curse. What about it? This song and dance is all too familiar. The selfish questions come first. What does it do? Is it painful? Can you control it? I don't think he's going to ask a question like that. I brace myself for the inevitable onslaught. This is a very good question. Great question. Very thoughtful and provoking. Is the thought of living with it really so unbearable? My dread dies with his words. No one has asked me that before. You've survived this long? Unless you're running out of time, I'd wonder if it's really worth the sacrifice. He flicks the cigarette aside and props his head on blood-smeared knuckles. But what do I know? I'm just an outsider. My fingers fuss with the trim of my cloak. Ordinarily, I'd feel annoyed, but now my chest feels tight. You could have sold me if you were less honest. You're a shit salesman. Thought I was a liar. I changed my mind. We lapse into silence again. This time, it's surprisingly nice. The quiet, chilled air is a calming reprieve. You know, you didn't seem like an outsider back at the bar. A lot of people like you. Ace raises a brow at me. I start by asking about Vare, because you're closest to Vare, it seems. I was surprised to see that you and Vare are close. Blessing and a curse. From what I've gathered, most people think he's, I don't know, an asshole? And water's wet. I wait for him to elaborate or add his thoughts, but he doesn't. Okay. So, what do you like about him? He lets out a quiet laugh, as if amused by my question. A lot of things. You already named one. You like that he's an asshole. Temperament matches the drapes. Looks good in blood. And better in tears. Favorite thing's the tail. Sometimes it frizzes up if you... He catches himself, clears his throat. It's not hard to let the disappointment show in my expression. Giving away Vare's secrets. Vare is one of the most honest people you'll meet. Just don't listen to a single thing he says. Those sound like complete opposites to me. What about the good doctor? I didn't know that you and Karas were friends. In a way, I help him in the clinic sometimes. Doctor doesn't let most people closer than arm's length. And you do? Heart's on my sleeve. Get the sense Kuras was like that in the past. Must have been burned. He trails off after the last few words, and then shrugs. He opens up in his own ways, if he's relaxed enough. I don't know how to even imagine that. You'd be surprised. Even the doctor has an endearing side. I can't decide what's more intriguing. The fact that Karas has an endearing side, or that the idea that Ace has managed to coax it out of him. Tell me if you uncover any of his other secrets. I'd kill to know more. That's got Min. Maybe Min doesn't necessarily like you, but they definitely pay attention to you. Ace's reaction takes me off guard. He growls, pinches the bridge of his nose, as exasperated as I've ever seen him. I make enemies as easily as I breathe, Sparrow. Doesn't bother me. I also kind of like the nickname Sparrow. But that dove's got it out for me for no reason. He has a lot of bird references. Maybe they're unsettled by the sea spring? It's not about that. Goes without saying that they've got some issues. Don't think they understand that you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Honey has left a bad taste in my mouth in the past. It could be the same for them. At least you're capable of a conversation. Do me a favor and teach the dove some manners. Thought they'd lay off eventually if I didn't bite. Hasn't happened yet. I briefly consider the possibility that Min wants to get bitten. I'm not about to propose that, though. Leander. I didn't click it properly. You and Leander clearly got along well. You like Leander? Doesn't everyone? He's helped me a lot since I arrived to Iridia. He even got me a free room at the Wet Wick. His charm has gotten him far, but for a leader, he sure likes it when others take control. Part of me desperately wants to ask what he means, But Ace continues before I get the chance. Surprised we get along. I thought you'd be at each other's throats instead of drinking buddies. His smile is easy, but there's a dangerous edge to it. And Leander's done a good job. For a human. Naturally, there'll come a time when his resolve is tested. Same could be said for anyone, in this plane or the next. As for my resolve, well... Stick around in Iridia long enough, and you'll find out. I nod slowly. I can't decide if it sounds like a promise or a threat. Got any more observations, Sparrow? My main point is that, speaking from experience, being an outsider usually means you don't have friends. I don't. You have at least drinking buddies. I level him with a tired look. Fine, I'll confess. I have one friend. Don't say yourself. Huh? Oculus. My skin prickles at the name, hair standing on end. Who's that? A friend. It lives in my head. It lives in your head. Ace taps his temple with a finger. Right here. Okay. Oculus. Scared you off yet? That'd be the third bad impression I've made on you today. I'm stunned for a moment, processing what he's just told me. Oh. Then I burst into a fit of laughter. You're serious? Ace grins wide enough to flash his fangs. Look at those fangs. Deadly. It sounds so fucking absurd, I can't help it. On top of everything I've gone through today, it feels like I'm living a fever dream. I've come close to death more times than I can count, encountered tame, soulless, and a horrifying group mind, and now I'm supposed to believe that there's someone living inside Ace's head? There are tears in my eyes by the time I rein myself in. Ace waits patiently, lips quirked in amusement. Sorry, it just sounds so ridiculous. The tension that wound my shoulders so tightly has melted away, and for the first time in a long time, I feel like I can breathe. I feel better. Jukas, where in the rat's ass are you? Raucous, gruff shouts rise in the streets, echoed by the sound of heavy boots sloshing through mud. Oh, maybe this is the guy? The roughneck? The voices share the roughneck's accent from the bar, the same roughneck who is still maybe dead and lying bloodied across from us. I nearly forgot about him. Guess when we're having great moments in this conversation. The consequences of Ace's actions. I shove to my feet as their voices get louder. They're closing in quick. Ace pulls me by the wrist out of the alley, away from the beaming moonlight. We're running. We're going. We dive into a nook between buildings, veiled in the shade of tattered canopies. It's a tight fit. Ace boxes me in against the wall, his body all but pressed against mine as he towers over me. For the second time today, the heady scent of smoke envelops me, but this time, cut with the metal tinge of someone else's blood. Ace pitches his voice low. Quiet. My heart leaps in my throat, into my throat. I'm suddenly acutely aware of the heat radiating off Ace's body, the feeling of his leg grazing my thigh, the closeness of his breath. This is bad. I squirm against him and earn a burning crimson glare. Sorry, my dude. Do we really have to... His hand covers my mouth, muffling my whispers. He shakes his head. Don't. Damn, he's over here. Dukas, wake up, you bastard. A group of individuals, all brandishing spiked weapons, fill the alley. They all wear violet sashes, some kind of uniform. I wish I could see what they're doing, but Ace's arm all but blocks my sight. My eyes trail up the teal markings. They coil around his arm, his bicep. They lead up to Ace's collarbone, to the cords hanging around his neck. I wonder if the tattoos are from the Sea Spring? Wow, let's just read that line again with this line. My eyes trail up the teal markings. They coil around his arm, his bicep. They lead up to Ace's collarbone, to the cords hanging around his neck. And to the smuggest smirk I've ever seen. I guess I'm not breaking eye contact. Glare at him. I would love nothing more than to chew him out, but his hand is clamped over my mouth. I fix him with the deadliest glare I can muster. My thinking was that I didn't want to lose the eye contact battle. So here we are. Ace responds with a wolfish grin, and I realize I've locked myself into eye contact with him. A thrill jolts through me, my face hot beneath his touch. This can't be happening. Why am I getting worked up in this situation? Understandably. I don't know. Look at him. He's hot. Voices in the alley grab Ace's attention this time. Shit, he's got more broken ribs than whole ones. What kind of freak did this? Fan out. Find the cocksucker responsible. You three. Take Dukas back to base. At least he's still breathing. The alley clears out as footsteps rush away from us. We stay still until they're distant, melting into the rumble of the quarter. Only then does Ace take his hand off my mouth. When we finally step back into the moonlight, the night air is ice on my skin. I feel dazed, and the need to keep my eyes off Ace at all cost. Was that really necessary? The tremble to my voice is nothing but embarrassing. Girl. I mean, same. Staying hidden was the best option. Would be a hassle to run into them with you there. What? Because I'm dead weight? Because 3 bad impressions are enough for one day. You care about your bad impression count for the day, sir. Okay. The answer's too vague for my liking, but he's probably right. Either way, I don't have the energy to argue. Come on, Sparrow. Let's get you home before you're framed for murder. You would let me be framed for murder, wouldn't you? Very funny. We reach the front of the wet wick too quickly. I hate to admit it, but I don't want to separate from Ace yet. And not just because he never answered my questions. He's infuriating. As easily as he makes me feel on edge, he can make me feel safe, secure somehow. You know where to find me. At the creepiest place in the world. Take your time before you decide to drink. I happen to like your shitty attitude. It takes me a moment to process it, then my eyes flutter down to my feet. I'll keep that in mind. That was a cute line. Huh? He likes my shitty attitude? Love it. When I glance back up from the ground, Ace is already down the street, disappearing into the throng of people. No fanfare, not even a wave. Okay, bye. Asshole. Choose your fate. It's Ace. Ace, the demon renegade. An intimidating yet laid back outsider, Ace presides over a sea spring with unnerving powers. He offers you a miracle, but the price means submitting yourself to the horrifying presence at the heart of the sea spring. Will you gaze into the abyss for answers, even at the risk of losing yourself? Hell yeah! I mean, not actually hell yeah to the last answer, but hell yeah to committing to this route for Ace. Great! Wow, I really like that. I don't know. I feel like my rankings, how they initially were, have definitely been jumbled up. I definitely need to like give more consideration to what it is. But I've really liked seeing more of Ace in these interactions. So yeah. Let me know if you are also enjoying seeing all the love interests of Touchstarved, and in particular, if you like Ace. If not, tell me who you like below in the comment section. I'm really curious who people who are going to play this and are playing the demo or have seen the demo, who is their top pick? I think at the end of this, after the next few videos, I will have to make a decision. Just for my own sake. And then see if I still feel that way once the full game is out. But yes, that's enough of my thoughts for now. Thank you so much for watching me. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And I will see you next time with another video. Bye!